Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hey, good morning, everybody. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So nice to have internet working early in the morning. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Evo, welcome. Thank you for coming. Janaki, Lalita, and everybody else. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. I put the link in there if anybody wants to come on. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. There she is. Welcome. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar. Unbelievable. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Nityananda Sri Advaita Shri Advaita Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga 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 Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga Shri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga 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 Gauranga, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh boy. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Tom, there he is. All right, man. Shri Krishna. Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh. Ah. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Where's Shamakori? Where's she at? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Uh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. See how it is? You get with family and all of a sudden you can't come to the really important thing. That's how it is, isn't it? It's an obstacle. Jatilas. They're the Jatilas. Oh, please come over. And then all of a sudden you can't come to sadhu side. Oh, it's so important to be with people that are not even alive. People don't like my preaching. I'm just, hey, you always be the mode of goodness. You don't like the mode of goodness. Yeah, poo. Man, this is good. This is the good. I promote this, man. Illusions, poo. Man. If it keeps you away from sadhu sangha, what good is it, man? Right? That's what I think. People are like, oh, he's such a tough guy. Oh, tough preaching. He doesn't care about anything in this world, any important thing in the world. Families and friends and stuff. He puts everything down. False. Why is he putting false gurus down? Very logical, right? He's putting the false gurus down. Oh, okay. I should praise them, right? Okay, yeah. That's what people do. They do illogical. The whole world is so friggin' illogical, man. Dumbed down, man. All the way from worldly people and religion. No wonder Krishna says abandon religion. Just come here, man. You'll think religion? Pooh. Who needs it? That's for beginners. I'm ready to move on, man. Move on. More deep. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Yeah, hug a real guru, man, not a tree. You ever see these people, tree huggers? Oh, I love this tree. Mode of goodness. Oh, tree. What is a tree going to give you? You hug a real spiritual master, man. You might get something tangible, man, and burn off all your illusions. Just hug these words. Try it. They burn at first sometimes. Oh, this is odd, man. What he says, oh, you know, man. Hare Krishna. He's destroying my faith in the good things of the world, in the good of the world. Yeah, we're gonna get you out of that Leela, man. The good and the mad, the good versus the bad. You'll never be good enough for my God. Just take the mercy. Hare Krishna. Hare. My my Lord throws brahmacharis out of his kirtan, right? Yeah, just take the mercy. It's here. You'll never be intelligent enough. You'll never be fasting enough. You'll never be proper enough. You'll never. Just take the mercy. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Now this is good to taste the nectar of the holy name. Now that's the only good thing in this world, man. If you can't do that, what kind of leader are you, man? Yeah. I mean, don't tell me, like one devotee said about being conversant. Prabhupada says, that anybody can be a spiritual master if they're conversant with the conversant with the Vedas, right? Conversant. And everybody leaves it at that, like, oh yeah, that's it, be conversant. But what the hell does it mean to be conversant? Nobody asks the question. That's why I have to ask. I have to put conversant. What does it mean to be, conversant? Is it these people put up sitting on the high seats and they memorize verses and well, this is the conversation here, and nobody gets it liberated. There's no ecstasy. Being conversant, and remember, like I wrote in the thing, Bhagavad Gita 10:10. You want to be conversant in the science of Krishna consciousness? Well, when ecstatic love and devotion awakens in your heart, then you become conversant. You become qualified to have the conversation. Otherwise, we have leaders and followers not qualified to have the conversation. They're not getting the conversation from a person who is Bhagavad Gita 10:10 personified. You know, if you're not Bhagavad Gita 10:10 personified, you can't have a real conversation. That's why we have on that nice devotees thing, he put a nice thing, let's have conversation. And nobody practically comes on there because they can't have the conversation. Because no ecstatic love is awakened. So obviously he has something because he has an urge, the desire to discuss deep spiritual topics. Okay? Without devotion awakening and me, pulverizing this goody two shoes thing in people, you won't have this conversation. You can't. Your conversations will be how to be good, how to be a good boy, a good girl, you know. And see, devotees here, they like to have these conversations about the absolute truth. Why? Because devotion is awakened in them. Man, if you can't do that now, what kind of guru are you? I mean, when this is the standard, man. We're here to teach the real standard on the order of the disciplic line. And because it's people are wasting their time, basically, going so slow. They spend 40 years, 50 years. These leaders still don't have love of Krishna. See, like that devotee said something nice. He put the Ritvik guy, he says, dispelling the Ritvik conclusion, the Ritvik thing, and which is a good thing what he said, because Prabhupada even said, if you didn't make it, see, he put this, I really like that, what he said. Prabhupada put, if you haven't attained love of God with your guru, with Prabhupada, then you should seek out a Shiksha guru who's rasic, who has rasa, who tastes the mellows of devotion, and complete the process. The guy said, I was thinking, boy, this guy is the first guy who made sense. No, I never heard that before. or they speak it. They speak it in like the Narayan Maharaj group. They say it, but it doesn't happen. No love of God happens. So they need to seek out here because love of God is manifesting here wherever you are. If you haven't got love of God with Prabhupada or his followers, or became gurus, and I know you probably won't because they don't have it, then you need to seek out the ones who have it. But they're rare. One out of a million devotees has love of Krishna, and those devotees are here. You know, these devotees who say, "Oh, Gauri thinks he's the only one who's doing this. Their sangha is the only place for it." There's places somewhere, and no, but they never show any places where it is. It's all. Well, why not just come here? We're declaring it. We're showing it. We're spreading it. We're awakening it. Why not? Come on, man, wake the hell up. You know, let's get real. Let's get clear. You know what? Just it's here. It's happening. It's empowered. How many situations do you need? How many situations do you think there are in reality where people can get attraction to Lord Chaitanya's Leela and read these pastimes and laugh and cry and choke up and relish them, just like Lord Chaitanya did, which is proof that you're part of the family of liberated souls. You can't do that, you're not liberated yet. you know I mean, really liberate. You got to be liberated in devotion to impress me or my Lord. If you just got liberation, what's that? I'm liberated. You could be liberated chanting, but then you don't have the confidential intimate servants of Krishna, service of Krishna Vrindavan. Now that's real liberation in that. See, and then we stay in that forever. See, serving the Lord in ecstasy. See? That's happening here. Why aren't everybody taking this seriously? Even that devotee who started the pay. Why aren't you coming here every day? See, a lot of people just talk a good stick. Oh yeah, yeah. They know the words. They go to the Narayan Raj thing and they put them on the page, and Narayan Raj is but they talk about it, but they don't feel it, man. Hey, man, don't you want to feel it? Don't you want to have a real conversation? Krishna consciousness that's deep. This When devotion awakens in your heart for Krishna, then you have a very deep conversation. You go beyond superficial things. What is this? One who's conversant. They've been saying this for 40 years, 50 years. One who's conversant with, it's just words to them. No, they don't. One who's conversant in the science of Krishna consciousness can become a Diksha guru. Yeah, and they say it over and over again. It's just like they sing that same song over and over again. Sri Guru, from them ecstatic prema emanates. They just sing the song, but no ecstatic prema is emanating. Even if they saw it, they can't see it. So all Krishna consciousness is still so superficial. You must seek out a Shiksha Guru, one of these one out of a million gurus who, as Bhagavad Gita 10:10 personifies, and worships the Lord with spontaneous ecstatic love that penetrated their consciousness deeper into these verses, and they can see the confidential meaning and reveal it to you. Otherwise you don't know, and you'll never know until that situation is before you. Why do you think Maharaj Pariksit, who was already an elevated devotee, but because he had love of God in him, he could recognize such situation with Shukadev Goswami, and he sat down. Let me hear from you. Let's have a deep conversation about the science of Krishna consciousness. See, qualified people. Here we're making qualified listeners. Devotion is awakened in many of you devotees. Attraction to Krishna. You like hearing these deep conversations, bringing you beyond the superficial worship of God. In just ceremonies and the statues that don't move and don't talk to you, man. This is so much more juicy to worship the living God in the living word of conclusive truth. It is so exciting, isn't it? This is what you can worship the deity for 10 million years. You come one time, and if you get attracted to these conversations, you're more fortunate than worshiping that statue for 10 million years and staying on the level of just superficial conversation about Krishna consciousness. I mean, don't we go deep? Don't you think this is deep? Is this not deeper than a Radhanath conversation or a Jaipataka? Engaging in all ceremonies and running around working and making money for the guy so he can import nice prasadam. This is what this is. It's the Pope stuff. Import nice prasadam from other countries. They can use your dollar, man, to do import nice things from them. It would be okay if they can give you something back. Oh, they do. I'm sorry. Forgive me. They give you so much back, so many rules, so many regulations, so many mandates, so many speculations about the science of being conversant with Krishna. Yeah, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. I didn't, I didn't say that they do give you plenty. Actually, I had this little puppet. I thought maybe I would use that to soften the blows. Where's my puppet? I'll find him later. Yeah. Science of Krishna consciousness, man. See, ecstatic love makes you go deep. That's why everybody, if you if any devotees out there that are sincere and that are inclined towards understanding Krishna consciousness, if you come here, you'll understand the real standard, where it is, what it is. And then you're pointed in the right direction. Otherwise, you can spend a lot of time in this superficial level. You need to hear from rasic devotees who are engaged in the transcendental mellows of worshiping the Lord in ecstasy. Okay? And then you get purified to the point where you have such awakening yourself, and then are qualified to engage in such conversations. So far, 99.9% of the Vaishnavas, as far as I see, that I've met, that I'm looking at on Facebook, are not qualified uh, to have such conversations, deep conversations about the science of Krishna consciousness. But they could, but you have to listen to the instruction. You have to follow the real process that's not taught by these gurus who are not Bhagavad Gita 10:10 personified. To those who worship Krishna with spontaneous loving ecstasy. Okay? If you're not that, you don't have the right understanding or real knowledge, real deep knowledge. You're superficial in your explanations, and you promote superficial worship. That's all you can do. Just rules, regulations, stereotype religion, same old, same old. In all religions, they follow rules. In all religions, they fast, right? Yeah. But in all religions, you hardly can find one person who worships the Lord in ecstatic rapture like saints do, rare saints do. Here we're making sainthood common. The common people can become saints. More, you think, 1,000 times more saintly than these gurus, because ecstatic devotion will awaken, which makes you a saint. This same time has come around when Lord Caitanya was here and Jesus was here. The same time is revived again. People became saints who were just low class, fallen persons. With Jesus, fishermen became saints. And with Lord Caitanya, people, fishermen, whatever they were, became saints without having to follow strictly the rules and regulations that become so after many, many lifetimes. And again, that's revived now. It wasn't revived when Narayan Maharaj, he knew, well, the path I'm teaching many, many lifetimes before you're going to become a saint and chant the holy name with prema. That means a saint. Oh, yeah. He knew. That's why he taught. He said, well, the path I'm teaching you is Purify yourself. Work for your salvation. Work. You know, do the deeds. Be pious. Go on pilgrimages. Fast. Do strictly the rules and regulations, all in the name of Raganuga. That's all it was. The name. Eh, Yeah, anybody could use the name Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. See, without the feeling, there's not much depth to it, right? See, it's all in the relationship, like Lalita said earlier. It's in the relationship with the name. When you have the relationship with Krishna, now you've learned something. N- Now you have something to give to the world. It's all in the relationship. That's why Prabhupada said in the verses there, you could be, and Lord Chaitanya also, you could be a Sudra and be a Diksha Guru. See, here people don't with it. They say, "Well, Gaur, how can you be a Diksha Guru? You don't have a dhoti on. How can you be a Diksha Guru? You don't give any beads. How can you be a Diksha Guru? You don't give any neck beads. How can you be a Diksha Guru? You don't put tilak on the forehead." See, it's so friggin' superficial. They don't even have the idea what Diksha is. We just cut to the chase, go right to the depth of what is Diksha. Nobody's ever explained like this. Is what real Diksha is, what real twice born is. Twice born is right there in front of everybody in Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter 12. The order of the spiritual master. Time to get dramatic. The order of the spiritual master. The opinion of the real spiritual master is the activating principle of your spiritual life. Now that's Diksha. Okay? The means activation. Wake up, devotion in people. See, spirit, activate your spirit. What the heck does that mean? Activate my spiritual life. They just people words to people. Yeah, activate, yeah, words of yeah, read it. Activate, yeah, my spiritual life is activated. Yeah, my guru gave me a thread, man. He put neck beads on me. He gave me a bead bag. Man, my spiritual life is activated. No, it ain't. Not really. That's neophytes. That's why Prabhupada's not telling people what I'm telling you. This is activating. Activating spiritual life is a Lalita Ganga, is a Tom. They feel something spiritual, man. They feel what spirit is. They're enlivened, elevated in consciousness. Now that's an activation. A Johan, right? There's so many people here. You take these words seriously. Do the 30-day challenge. Get activated. See, come when you have developed faith that what I'm telling you is no lie, no exaggeration, no bullshit. Maya is a bullshitter. She's a liar. She's a deceiver. My Lord is truthful, and he does the works here. He activates people here, their spiritual life beyond the superficial threads and doties, and putting some mark on your forehead. Prabhupada was asked, why do they put tilak on it? So you can, and he would give you the superficial explanation because people are superficial and they couldn't understand. Well, this is way people can identify people as a Vaishnava. But is it really the way you can identify a Vaishnava? Well, he's a Vaishnava. He's got a tilak mark. You know how many dacoits have a tilak mark ready to rob you in Vrindavan and Radhakund? And they know you. Oh well, they're Mister and Mrs. Superficiality. Let's take advantage of them. Let us go there with our silk dhotis and say in Radhakund that, oh, you ain't getting to Radhakuna until you give us money. See? Well, you see our tilak mark. We're qualified. Yes, you see, because you're just dumbed down. You haven't been activated really. Can't you see the people say, you wear tilak so you can be identified as a Vaishnava? And tilak identifies me as a Vaishnava, even though I'm looking at your pockets. I'm a rascal. You don't know that. You know how many gurus are like that in ISKCON? ISKCON. Prabhupada chose a good name because he knew it was coming in the future. It would be an ISKCON. I didn't say there's not sincere gurus and followers in ISKCON or Gaudiya Math or Sami. I'm not saying that, but I ain't good enough to be a good D2 shoes follower, following all the rules. You can't discern still what is hypocrisy and what is the absolute truth. Not good enough. What was my points? There was something before. I forgot though. Anybody remember? I just yeah. Yeah. So that's not good enough. To be sincere and all that. If you're really sincere and you really want Krishna and you see that somehow there's something not quite fitting, there's something not quite right because I'm not getting the full Krishna, just following religion and religious leaders. See, then Krishna, in some lifetime, you might as well take advantage of it now if you hear this message, will give you such a rare spiritual master who will awaken your Krishna consciousness. See, he'll awaken. See, I'll tell you what that means. Not just mouth the words. Oh yeah, he'll awaken your Krishna consciousness. Okay, see you later. I gave my class. Awaken your Krishna consciousness. There's all of this going on. And nobody's Krishna conscious awakened because they're just superficial words to them. No, you'll meet a real guru and they'll awaken your Krishna consciousness. How is that? You got to know the process. Well, this is how it is. They'll awaken devote. They'll get you purified first. First, they'll bust all your bogus ideas and things that don't work, and you throw them in the ash can. See? And now you lighten up. Now your troubles that are because of your ignorance are unseated because you heard from a real spiritual master. And so you're listening attentively, think, oh, I don't need that. I don't need that. Wow, man, boy, that was giving me trouble. Boom, let go of that idea. That was ignorant. Oh yeah, worshiping gurus who don't have ecstasy and love of Krishna, pure love of God. Oh, let go of that one. Boy, you just free. You become freed by the word emanating from the. Wow, I understand the songbook now. Whoa, amazing! Oh, it's so amazing! Wow, I understand from the Sri Guru Charana. Yes, from them ecstatic prema emanates because I found a guru where there's really ecstatic prema emanating. Oh, by their word, my ignorance is destroyed because my ignorance is being destroyed. Wow, I understand the songbook finally after 50 years of singing the friggin' song. 50 years these gurus and their followers have been singing the song, and still they don't know the song is trying to teach you where the real path is. But you need to have it enunciated, you declare by the real associate of Lord Caitanya. You have to listen to the answer. And it brings your consciousness, just raises it by hearing. This is the process. Trust the process. You don't hear, you don't listen, you don't get purified, you don't abandon your bogus ideas. You can't be lifted. That's why you see the devotees stay on a superficial level. No matter how sincere you are, sincerely following the rule and regulation, it's like, did you make the contact yet? Man, look at Amy. She just came here out of the blue from nowhere. She didn't follow any path. Like, the ISKCON devotees follow religiously, all these things in religion and their gurus and everything. And what do they get? Diddly squat. And look at her. She has realization. She has something to say, something to declare that's important, not only for her, but for the whole world. And that applies to everybody else that's listening sincerely and attentively and feeling uplifted and purified by the word emanating from the mouth of an empowered devotee. See? You don't become a real disciple first. How are you going to become a real guru? These guys they didn't finish the process of becoming a real disciple. That's what we're here. That's why they're not real gurus in the sight of the Lord, or even in. You want to know the sight of the Lord, you got to hear it here. I'll tell you how the Lord's looking at this. I'll tell you how Prabhupada's looking at this, and I prove it with his own books. Unless you're a resident of Vrindavan, you're not the real spiritual master. And the nice devotee here, what's his name? Ramdas something, Vishwas. He also pointed out, nice thing, who is a Diksha guru? And Prabhupada just says one who's ordered from their spiritual master to do so. And I said, what gurus in ISKCON have been ordered to be a spiritual master? And they'll all go, oh yeah, we were all ordered. And I say, bull, that's a bunch of speculation. And I say, you got to prove that you've been ordered. You got to prove that you're a real spiritual master and lift people above the rules. I say also, I had a dream in 1996. I was ordered by Prabhupada to do this job. We sat down on cushions. The dream, I didn't manifest it that way. We were both sitting on cushions on an equal level, man. Not that I'm better than Prabhupada. It's because he's showing, hey, man, you're continuing the parampara. I order you. He says, you have my full approval. What you're doing. You're doing exactly what I want you to do. And he put his finger right in my face with blissfully, not like stern guy, blissfully, and you do more of this. And I'm sorry, I can't waste any time. I got to go back into the Rasa Leelas and all and watch all that stuff going on in Vrindavan. I just wanted to give you a quick message. And my whole life is built on that. And how do you know this is not a dream or a speculation like these guys out there, these gurus, so called gurus? How do you know? Well, you got to see. You guys are listening to these words and these truths and these teachings and seeing this ecstasy. What's it doing? Transforming your whole lives. So that's the works God is showing, right? He's showing that you're getting something very wonderful. You're getting prema that's described in the thing. So that's the proof. Not say speculating. Anybody can say this one. The guru of what's his name of Rivers said, "Oh, I saw Krishna. He ordered me, or something, Said, I saw Krishna. Yes, I saw Krishna. But look at the result. Who's got ecstatic love? He even left the path. Now he's something else. Yeah, a lot of people say a lot of things, but where's the proof? Where's the proof that Gohari's dream is real and not just a pipe dream? Well, you guys. Yeah, it's manifest. The Lord proves the words of his devotee true. Proves the dream of the devotee is true. So this is how it is. Diksha, Shiksha, Guru. Shiksha is more important. Mm. See, people need to know these things. If you want to have real conversations on the level of Maharaj Prikshan and Sukadev Goswami, you have to be purified. You have to trust the process. Go into the process. You have to hear from a real devotee and get purified. And then you'll feel your attraction to Krishna, see your relationship. See, when that starts to awaken and grow, oh, now you're learning something. Now you can look in and you'll love these books. You want to hug the books. Why hug trees when you can hug the book made from the tree, and with the conceptions of the true Krishna kind. That's the service of the tree. The act is to, it's good to get shade for the body from a tree. So nice mode of goodness, right? Oh yeah, nice shade tree. But how you get the shade from the book that's been transformed into a holy book, like these books? You get the shade is the pastimes of the Lord on. Now that's real service of the book. Hey, Mr. Tree that provided this book here, Chaitanya Bhagavat. Let me get the book. Let's get a little animated here. Hey, Mr. Tree, who provided this book's material. Now you've done real service. You're going to be eternally liberated simply for this service of becoming made into a book for the pleasure and the shelter of the Vaishnavas. See? Look at your body like that. Yeah, see, bodies keep. Oh, I'm giving shelter to people. I'm putting them to work, putting them to work in my corporation. You're giving some kind of shelter. Give them job, give them money, right? This is the thing in the world. See? But what if you meet a body, man, being used by the immortal Lord to deliver your soul out of illusion forever? Now that's the good use of the body, right? Just like the book. See, it's been transformed into a useful, that's why this is the highest, the greatest happiness and the greatest liberation is to be liberated into ecstatic devotional worship of Krishna, love of God. Loving God. It's all in loving God. No devotees, that's all it is. This loving God, they get everything. True knowledge, true happiness, true inspiration, true wealth. What else you want? You know, true happiness. True, true, true. Everything's really true, eternally true for you now. You have this huge, intense effect on anyone who will just listen to you talk. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing is if it's worthy, right? If the talk is good, if see people will give a little of their attention to do it, then the effect will be huge. That's why I say. But you see, people need to get purified. You need to go through the process. This is why you don't see ecstatic love awaken in ISKCON and Gaudiya Math or Gaudiya Samiti. The devotees have to go deeply in the process. They have to go through the transformation. And a lot of them, they're still superficial. Oh, yeah, just give me the ghee lamp and let me give the rules and let us give etiquettes. Let us be etiquette. Oh, you're just such a nice Vaishnava, even though inside I hate you and I'm angry, and all this stuff. Okay? This is why you come here, you go through the process. Your shadow side will come out, all kinds of stuff. Empty, 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 empty. And the Lord will put his bhakti in you. There's room, more and more room in there. That's why nobody's doing that in Krishna consciousness. But we are. Ava. There she is. Welcome, Ava. Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, let's maybe read something a little bit. Yeah. So, the reason to talk so much about this is if you don't walk through the door, what good is the preaching? If you don't understand the process to get in so you can become an insider, you're just always on the outside of the door. And does you think Prabhupada and Lord Chaitanya and Jesus even want you to stay on the outside? No, he wants you to come in the door and then go through the process, get purified so you can appreciate these conversations. It's nice to be together with family members and become a family member of Lord Chaitanya. What we're doing is a miracle. This is a complete miracle. It's miraculous to have actual family members that can prove that they're actually family members of Lord Chaitanya beyond just in name only. Oh, yeah, you see, I'm a family member of Lord Chaitanya. See my devotee? Yeah, I was initiated by Jai Pataka, this or blah, 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 this guru, that guru. Yeah, I'm a family member of Lord Chaitanya. Here you get proof that you're a family member and not an outsider. Yeah, people can see the symptoms that you're a family member, not just a bunch of talk. I remember I was listening to that Prem Parojana, he was giving a class and he's talking nice. He's nice. Guy's sincere, man, definitely sincere. A lot of sincere devotees, but it ain't good enough. I tell you, man, my Lord's standard is very high. Is very high, but very easy. See, they teach the Lord's standard is so high that you can't get it in this life, even. And he's right if you go that way, the way they teach. The power that's been given here is extraordinary. It makes the impossible possible. You better mute your mic there, Ava.
Oi, do you hear
Oh, is
me?
that Ava? Oh, is that Ava? Yeah. Yeah, you mute your mic there because I'm talking. Figure it out.
All
You
right.
should figure it out.
Yes, I figured it out.
Yeah, I know it's going to. You're like Shamaguri, same thing. Can't figure anything out like this. Technical, too technical. No? Yeah. Yeah. So, what was I talking about?
Prem Purushana,
Oh,
sincere.
Prince. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And he talks about like this. Oh, family members. We're family members. It sounds good. See, but here we're here to take it to the next level. To actually be real family members, you got to go through real deep purification. See, all the verses come to life here, but to do that, you got to go through the purification. You this otherwise you just always stay your whole life is just external rules, regulations, and ceremony. Even you'll be maybe talking Raganuga, Rupa Goswami and all, but it's just talk, superficial talk, no realization, like parrots, chatterbox parrot, nothing deep. So here you become a family member, and you feel it, man. You feel the relation. Yeah? You have relations every day with Lord Chaitanya. Every day your relations deepen. It's fantastic, man. I'm getting more and more stoked about it every day. I just thank you, oh man. I see more and more how it manifests tangibly, and it gives me the impetus to teach it in this world. How to everybody, where more people can get it. It's the best relationship I've ever had. This ever fresh, ever increasing relationship with Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna. Every day we dance, and the dance puts a new song in my heart. I could say, yeah, I know what the rasa dance is. I'm into it every day. This is the rasa dance. See, the dance of the communion, the relationship between the soul and the Lord, the transcendental Lord Krishna. That's the rasa dance. People don't know what is rasa. They think rasa dance storybook. Oh yeah, you see the girls and the guy Krishna, they just dance around and oh yeah, da. They don't have no experience of the rasa dance, no experience of the song of anything. Yeah, you got to go through the process. The only people on the planet that I've seen, and I'm 99% positive that this is the only place where you can go through the process and start to get the relationship in this life with Vrindavan. People, you can make it here to that. It's empowered situation to do that. Whatever is needed is given. See, the verses like in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there's a verse that says, you cannot attain the ultimate goal of life just by studying the Vedas. See, that's what everybody, people studying the Vedas. Gurus are studying the Vedas. Their followers are studying the Vedas. But you can't, see, the verse just says you can't attain the ultimate goal of life just by studying the Vedas. It's not possible. See? The absolute truth is hidden, see, hidden in the heart of an unadulterated self-realized soul. See? It's hidden in there, right? And that's why the acharyas just dump a bunch of rules on you practically since Bhaktivinoda, because they kept it hidden. And Bhaktivinoda just flat out said in Sri Krishna Samhita that if the acharyas, they ascertain the absolute confidential truth of Bhagavatam, and they keep it for themselves. Don't give it to you, give you the rules, lots of fasts. But is that meant to always be so? No. To get everything prepared, get to set the stage, get people faith in Krishna. Krishna's blue, even though you don't know Krishna, you accept his color. So you're not a racist against Krishna. Oh, he's blue. That can't be the real God. Okay, you see, you're not a racist. You're not discriminating. At least you got that. You have faith that chanting Hare Krishna, stuff. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's hidden in the heart of an unadulterated, self-right soul, waiting for the last part of the verse. See, waiting, waiting, waiting. Well, this is the last part of the verse. One should accept the progressive path, the progressive path, the progressive path. You notice how progressive it is here? See, taught by that person that has that. See, they bring out Krishna from their confidential position inside, hidden, and they expose that to the world or to whoever their disciples. Whoever does the 30-day challenge, you can get such exposure. Otherwise, you go your whole life, and you won't be exposed to such truth, such depth of truth. Those most ISKCON devotees, that's the ones you're waking up. You tag them with my class, and what do they do? Why did you tag me? Oh, you interrupted my sleep. Well, I'm such an important person. Well, you tagged me about something really important that I have no idea is important. Why are you waking me up? Isn't that how they respond? Practically every one of these. I have thousands on my. If I tag the person, they'll come. Why did you tag me? Well, I'm just. Well, I think what we're given here is the most important thing in your life. If you go your whole life without even looking at that, even getting, hey, Mister, wake up. Hey, Mister, we're talking to you. Hey, why are you pushing me on the shoulder and getting my attention? I have my attention on all these gurus out here. I have my attention on all these superficial worship out here. Why are you going like this and saying, why are you tagging me? Because we got an important message. One out of a million devotees can give such a message. And even if they can, they usually keep it in their heart. And we're exposing that message. And you are fortunate to be getting this little, hey, mister, listen over here. You are fortunate, even though you don't know. So, anyway, part of waking up is you got to get angry. What are you waking me up for, man? What are you trying? Don't you know all devotees are they're just devotees, They're devotees in name, No devotion, but we don't care about that. It's not important that you got to be the word. You got to be the Word made flesh. You got to be devotion made flesh. Can anybody see any of that in anybody? I just asked the question: is my disciple Lalita Ganga, is she devotion made flesh, or is she a Jaipataka, devotion unmade? You see, there's no flesh about the devotion. You ever see it in their eyes? You see it in how they worship? Do you see the intimacy described in these Vedic literatures? Is that the vision of is the vision of the revealed scriptures here in persons like that? See, even a fool, oh, you can't be a fool to be really Krishna. That's what they teach. Oh, you got to be Mr. Intelligent and superstar, Olympic champion devotee, Vaishnava, like a Narayan Raj. And then after many lifetimes, you will get the mercy of Krishna. Oh, you can't be a fool and get the mercy of Krishna like the scriptures describe. You got to be hear the descriptions from people who are illustrious and big mega champions in Vaishnavism, like Radhanath, who lived in a cave, man, and does austerities and is powerful. They say, I don't know if he does or not, but this is the narrative. Oh, no one will listen to the narrative of Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter 1, and the chapter 3 and 4, and the first verses, which say, paraphrased, even a foolish child can describe the real nature of Krishna in the vision of the revealed scriptures. You notice we do that in the vision. You see, even this verse I just said is in the vision. See? Yes, foolish children here are becoming, you know, able to understand and describe the real nature. Look at Amy; she's describing the real nature. She's just a foolish little girl, right? Pom pom girl, food service waker, but not so foolish, is she? Very intelligent person. That's true intelligence. Doing what she's doing is true intelligence. Otherwise, you're not intelligent. You think Acharya Dev is intelligence just because he's memorized verses and translated this and that? You think that's intelligence? Her intelligence is 1,000 times better. And I'm not exaggerating. There's not even a pinch of exaggeration here. Not any lie here. I'm telling you how my Lord is thinking. He's saying, wow, you associate with my real associates. You listen to them, and best of all, you're at the point you like hearing from them. You like their words. Their words lift you and make you feel happy in your heart. Oh, that's better than memorizing the whole Bhagavatam. Having big titles in front of your name. Having thousands of followers who believe your bullshit. The Lord's interested in reality. I ain't afraid to tell bullshit is bullshit, man. I want some cow shit here, man. Cow shit is pure, right? At least to the mode of goodness. Not bullshit is in India. It's bullshit, man. We don't even. Let's not make patties. We want cow shit, man. Cow urine, not bull urine, man. See, you can look at it like in that material example. There's the bull and there's the cow, right? It's the cow that's glorified, isn't it? As the pure thing. See, well, there's the real devotee, man, and there's the false devotee. In a sense, it's not very. They're not really real yet. Maybe they're on their way, and usually they are. And a lot of these devotees are going to get in the kingdom. Hey, many Vaishnavas have dedicated their lives to Krishna and Prabhupada. They just need a little tweaking. Just a mechanic goes in the car and it says, the engine ain't sounding like right. So let me go in there and adjust the carburetor. Get it, tune it up a little bit. Have a tune up. They just need a little tune up. They got to know it ain't good enough just to be good. You got to find the cow, whose urine is pure. See? And the shit they speak is pure. You can say, boy, this person is speaking shit, man, but it's pure, man. I feel purified by this stuff dumped on me. See? It's not bull. It's not the bull variety. Isn't that funny? These words, bullshit. There's no word cow shit. Cow shit is pure. You see, they never use that word, but they use bullshit. Bullshit, man. Yeah, that's what religion is. It's bullshit, man. That's why at a certain point when you go beyond, you're ready to go beyond neophyte, you start to realize this. Hey, what is this? Look at these ministers. Look at these gurus. They got motive, man. They're shucking and jiving, man. A lot of them became gurus, not for the right reasons. And hey, man, I get a lot of bullshit in religion. These popes, poopy popes, man. What kind of in between are they between themselves? See, they do that in Catholics, right? The Catholic priests and they come out there in nice robes. And it's so funny, the same doggone thing. Nice robes. The Pope, the ultimate one, right, comes in nice robe. That's like the Jaipataka, the ultimate one, right? Nice robe, man. You know, or the Radhanath come in nice robe. See oh, he's the one I can go through to get to God. See, people just accept that. Why? Because they teach that. Oh, you got to go through the priests. You see his robe, he's so advanced, a nice robe. Look at the big church they've built, man. Well, gotta be a pure devotee, gotta be the one to go to get to God, right? Isn't that what they do in the temples of ISKCON? And the bigger the temple, and the bigger the illustrious gurus. Oh, we must look at the devotee, look at the big temple they've made, and oh, look at thousands of followers. Oh, I must be able to get to God through them. The superficial idea, understanding. Here, is the real path. You go through those who devotion is awakened and matured. Hey, there's the qualification, not the external. That's why This is actually good preaching. People have to come to the point. Look at this. Just by preaching truth as it is, people are getting liberated, regardless of having a T-shirt or a dhoti. It doesn't matter. I don't have to have We got to show that example that the truth is more important than the external dress. What is this clothesline thing? Doesn't see it's in the funny clothesline. Oh, they hang out to dry. You want to be hung out to dry? Just follow the clothesline, man. You'll sit there and dry your whole life swinging. See, and then we'll come over and we'll take that dry cloth off. That's you. We just take the pins off, the pinchers, and it's time to dry enough. You dry it out. You listen to dry gurus. Clothesline. You believed in clothesline. You believe in superficial dress and the big temples and the big deities, and you feel, oh, that's how I'm going to get to Krishna. We'll just and put you in the water, man. See, we'll dunk you in the water and really wash you up, man, because you've been hanging out to dry, man. Dry worship, dry understanding. Yeah, this is the juice, man. This is the life. Yeah, the dry as their clothes, man. We have wet clothes, man, crying, tears come down, they weten the cheeks, take a bath. If I want to get more wet, I can go over to Maria's place, and the bulldog will wash my leg with his tongue. came from all this. Okay, back to this is Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th Canto, Chapter 2, Prayers of the Demigods. And so, anyway, text 1 and 2. Shukadev Goswami said, under the protection of Madharaj, Jarasandha, the powerful Kamsa, began persecuting the kings of the Yadu dynasty. In this, he had the cooperation of demons like Pralamba, Baka, and Chanura, and Trinavarta, and Agasura. Interesting how they you see the cooperation of these demons. You see, they have to cooperate to get this accomplished. They can't just do it on their own. And that's how actually Krishna teaches the demons. See, you can't do this on your own. He teaches the demigods also, you can't do this on your own. See, you can't. So the devotee has the same idea, but in a purified manner, purified level. See, I also think I can't do this on my own. You know, you can't do. There's no way you can preach on your own. See, you have to have the help of Radha and Krishna, devotion to God. That's the only way to really preach something substantial in this world. Otherwise, it's all superficial. I need the cooperation of Radha and Krishna every day, and Lord Caitanya and the Parampara. This teamwork. I need the cooperation of people coming here too. You see, that now we are able to do something practical, more practical. People are taking notice now. You see, even every day, like 16 people, maybe go up to 22 or so. This is because we're cooperating. See, for this is how it works. See, we're cooperating, but it's not a twosome. It's not like me and you. This is what the demigods and demons. Well, some demigods they're getting. See, you're getting more clear. You need God's help. You need God's help. A lot of Christians are kind of like that. Demigod, they're good people like this, and they know they need God's help. And we also same thing. We know we need God's help, the transcendental Lord's help, the empowerment from the spiritual platform help. See? And then we also engage, and that's why the Lord comes here and the devotees come here and they get together. And because it's very nice to work together as a family, as a team. That's the way the spiritual world is. Vrindavan is like that. They're not alone, just a gopi and Krishna. They are in their relationship, but they share amongst themselves that relationship. It makes it very dynamic and very beautiful, and enhances the pastimes. Otherwise it's not so beautiful. Just you and Krishna. This like what's her name? I think Christina. I think is a little bit in that. Just me and Krishna. Anybody leaving here, they usually they're into that. Just me and the Lord, my way. But it's not really my way. You think it's Maya's way. Maya's way. Oh, you want to do it Maya's way? Well, go ahead. See, this way is according to the vision of the revealed scriptures. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A spiritual family. If it's spiritual, this is here. You come here, you're going to get purified. That's just how it is. I feel like the real essence of what you were saying wouldn't make as much sense if you were wearing a dhoti. Yeah, beads and tilak. If you're very soft spoken and sophisticated, your amazing personality, being so real, is all part of the essence of this preaching. Yeah, and that you see, that's why the acharyas usually hold back. People can't take such realness, right? They got to be more etiquette. Even Krishna holds back in Vrindavan. They can't take him being in his Vrindavan mood and going and cheating on the gopis and going and kissing them and then see and all of that. They can't take it. It seems, what do you call it, offensive. But those who like that mood, they're very, you're of that mood. That's why I'm not here for everybody. A lot of devotees don't like, they're more in the Vaikuntha mood. They're like, ooh, I like the distance, Krishna on the altar over there. No kissing thing, no intimacy. No. I'm not going to go there. But some devotees want that intimacy, and we're here for them. See, Amy, you like that. You like that informality and intimacy. Okay, so Lalita, why don't you read a little bit? Read, let's see, I want to read, what keeps coming to my mind, chapter 9 of Adi Lila.
Adilila. Which book? Chaitanya
Chaitanya,
Bhagavat?
Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Charitamrita. Just a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a lovely one.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, mine as well. Thank you.
It's a family affair. We like the similar things.
Everything is inside.
Yeah, you see, devotees need to understand the reason why Lalita likes this is because bhakti is awakened. Why wouldn't you like you? This is Lord Caitanya. Lord Chaitanya is this book. Why, if devotion is awakened, you're part of the family. All devotees that are actual devotees love this book. It's written by a devotee. It's written by an empowered devotee who got the order. See, he got the order of the Vaishnavas and Krishna. That makes that book, that writing of that book, fruitful. Just like my work here. My work here is been ordered by Prabhupada, see the Vaishnavas, disciplic line, and Krishna, blessed by Krishna. It's always like that. And if it's not, then you won't get the fruit that you see here. You see how Madhavinda Puri also had the dream? He had the dream. It's the order. Krishna said, and Madhavinda Puri was chanting like we chant, in ecstasy, crying, laughing, all that stuff. And Krishna appeared and said, what? Because of your ecstatic love, I'm going to appear in the world and deliver people. See? So the appearance of that Lord is different than the deity. They had so many deities there. Why is this different with Madhavinda Puri and that appearance of Krishna? Deities all over the place in Madhavinda Puri. They go and everything, but there is a difference. See, a difference in the level of the worship. See, Krishna says, "Worship of my deity, taking baths in the rivers, purify after a long time. The holy rivers, the Yamuna and the Ganga, purify after a long time. But my devotees purify just by being seen and heard from, and offer them something, a cup of water." This is what people need to know. There's a difference, see, in those who get the order to do this. See, now, see, Krishna is appearing now because there are deities now, right? There are so many deities, but there's a difference in the result of the appearance of Krishna. See, now, how does that show up? The appearance of Krishna in your heart. It's already appeared in my heart. I've been worshiping a long time. But because of that, I got the order in the line to awaken that in others. That's what we do here. That's our brand. That's our niche. We got no other niche but to awaken that same love of God in people who really want it, who want such intimacy. Do you want such him, or you like the? I'm sure, I'm going to be. Oh, I don't want the Lord. I might die. This is what they said. See, Moses said, "Come up to the mountain. Let us go see God together. Intimacy. See God. Be close to God." He was up on the mountain there. Everybody can go, and they're all, no, no, you go. We if we go, we'll die. It's too much purification. That's what you Vaishnavas are saying in ISKCON, Gaudimat, Gaudismiti. Oh, well, we want to keep the Lord at a distance because too much purification. Well, we're reaching out in those folds. Is there anybody that wants this? Do you want intimacy with the Lord? Are you looking for that? Do you want to go deeper than just rules and regulations and no shows? Guru said, I'm sorry, I can't show you this love of God. Do you want that love of God? Well, you got to go to the show. Where is it being shown? Where is the role model? Where are the examples? Whatever great men do, common men follow, right? Whatever process people, they follow it. Whatever a great man does, common men follow. So if a great man is just teaching you rules, you're coming there and they're preaching, you get the rules. Common men people follow. That's why you people, you followers of Prabhupada and Bhakti Siddhanta and Bhakti Vinod, they gave you the rules, came out of their mouth. Follow the rules, follow the rules. See? And now a new word. See, whatever a great man or woman does here, common men follow. What is the preaching here? Follow the bhakti, awaken the devotion, follow this process. Here, here. See, and whoever follows, common person follows, you become more than common, you become uncommon, you become even a saint. When devotion awakens in your heart, that means the ultimate of all saints, Lord Caitanya, appears in your heart and lives with you. Why should if he's in your temple, it's a saintly place, right? This is logical. If you have no ecstatic symptoms, you don't have any closeness with the Lord yet. He's distant. He's a distant cousin. He's not a kissing cousin. You ever see that Elvis Presley movie? I saw it. I used to. That was a. I always used to wait for those movies to come out when I was a kid. You know, Elvis. Oh, kissing cousins. Oh, it was great. The dancing and everything. They've had very intimate relations. I always liked that intimacy. See? But not the worldly intimacy. Oh man, I just can't do it. No more. Just tried it and done it. Had enough. It's just too much energy and it takes it out of you. Yeah, I'm. I like this. This is not draining at all. Really, ultimately, you just let that go because I like intimacy with God. It's not draining at all. You know, no obligations. It's so great. I just go to Krishna because he's the juice. Radha and Krishna are the real juice of life, man. Loving them, sporting with them every day. Man, that's the relationship I've been looking for. Yeah. Yeah, it's such a big investment for so little. And usually you lose on that investment, as you well know. Well, you got to cut your losses sometimes. See, that's a good investor cuts their losses. Okay, let's move on. It's the relationship I've been looking for too. Yeah, yeah. That's why Amy and I are good friends in that way. We're on the same page. Oh, oh yes. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay, go ahead, Lalita. I don't know,
Okay, no.
I talk too
Thank
much.
you. No, 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 no. That's why we are here to listen to your talks. Suppose you wouldn't say anything, we wouldn't have a life anymore. Thank you. Oh. Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Jaya Nityananda.
Where
Jaya.
Sachi, she has to listen to me bashing the mode of goodness again.
Is she here? No, not
No,
yet.
no, she'll come later. She watch the replay.
Mhm.
Oh, bashing my mode of my goodness.
Yeah, I give comments on her video all the time when she shows the Vainis. I always give comments. Don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like it.
Now you're in hot water.
I prefer her singing. I prefer her
Oh
reading.
yeah, your singing's
I
great.
love
Yeah,
that. Yeah, very nice.
yeah. She
Very,
should.
very
If you're
nice.
listening to this video, Mary Sachi, you heard it. We want to hear your singing more.
Yeah, she knows that we like that more.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead there, Lalita.
Thank you so much, Gulbaraj. For all the opportunities you give me. Thank you so much. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual master of the entire world, Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya, whose mercy even the dark can swim across a great ocean.
This is, isn't this is exactly the see. It's really really true. Lord Chaitanya is the spiritual master of the entire universe. He is the latest incarnation to explain things. Him and his devotees came here to explain the deepest, deepest, deepest secrets of the absolute truth of the universe. Who God is, what he loves, what he likes, what is a real devotee. All these things are explained by Lord Chaitanya. Chaitanya Charitamrita is an empowered book by God Himself. And what we got the great privilege to preach, to teach, and to imbibe these principles of Lord Chaitanya for the benefit of the whole universe. That's why even demigods will come here. You think any of the all the demigods are empowered with all they got great powers and everything, but do they have the power to understand these intimate secrets? If they do, then they're very intimate devotees. But a lot of time they'll have to come here to understand these things. They would like to, even if they know. Where do you see such rare discussions? But the truth is, Lord Chaitanya is the spiritual master of the entire universe. See, and we are here to teach those true as it is concepts, the deeper truths of his teachings. Not just, oh yeah, Lord Chaitanya is the rules and the regulations and the deity. That's always been here, man. He came to give something more than religion. Jesus came something to give something more than religion. I come here with my Lord to give something more than religion, to give the best of the teachings, his teachings, not my teachings, his teachings, as it is. That's why you come here. You get purified, man. You're challenged to be here. Everybody is challenged. Especially those. Well, everybody, even your mode of ignorance, mode of goodness, even good. You're a good person. You're challenged by these talks, challenged by this understanding. It's challenging to be here, but that's good. You need to be challenged. Who's going to challenge you? Who's going to challenge your ideas? Most people worship the mode of goodness. Oh, this guru or this person, this leader, he's such a good person, a philanthropist. Let me praise him and everything. And Gorhari just smashes that because it's still not real enough. Nobody's smashing. We got the real club of Vishnu here, man. It's like Thor's hammer on the illusion. We peel the onion all the way, man. Go ahead there.
Find the core.
To the core, apple core.
Oh, glory to Sri Krishna Chaitanya, who is known as Gora Hari. Oh, glories to Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu. Oh, glories to
See, you need to
the
meet a Gorhari Das. See? Gorhari Das. A
yeah.
really true, not just a name. Oh, this guy's Hari Das. This guy's Gorhari Das. But are they really? Are you really a servant of the Lord? Yes, yes, I follow this rule, that rule. No, are you a real servant of the transcendental Lord? Do you know transcendental truth? Do you know the essence of all truths? Are you a servant of his ecstatic moods and feelings? Do you give that pleasure to the Lord? He's very much looking for that kind of worship because it's him that's enjoying that pleasure. Are you that intimate where you understand that? Do you listen to persons who understand that?
That's why I write it in big capitals, thus.
Das, are you? That's the kind of Das the Lord's looking for. You come here, we'll make you such a Das. That's our work. That's our niche. Of amongst all the Vaishnavas, nobody that I've seen has the power to do that, the empowerment to do that. But we do. I have the order of Prabhupada and the blessing of Krishna to do that. And you guys are the fruits showing that the Lord ain't a liar. Gohari is not lying that he had the real dream that was really Prabhupada and really Krishna coming. You're the result. Showing the Lord proves the words of his real devotees and real associate and real spiritual master true. Otherwise, it could be bullshit, right?
It's caution.
Yeah, it's cow shit here now. We're not shitting you, man.
Oh, let me offer my respectful. No, 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 sorry. All glories to the devotees of Lord Chaitanya. Every time.
See, the
This
Lord
is
likes this. All glories to the devotees of Lord Caitanya. It's great to be a devotee of Christ. It's great to be a devotee of Ram. But I'm telling you, a devotee of Lord Chaitanya is special, 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 man, because they know more than all these other persons, because the incarnations reveal to up to that extent of what they preached. Well, look at the revelation of Lord Chaitanya that comes through these books. Oh. And if you get the quality of devotion, which is our work here, that's the only thing we're selling on the shelf. See, we're selling this product, and people say, "You see, sell." You guys, superficial fools, man. You little babies. They come in, so you have no idea what I'm talking about unless I explain it. Yeah, that's the only thing we sell at a very cheap price. It's sell to get your attention here. We got to sell this teaching. We got to sell this Krishna. We got to sell this ecstasy. We got to show you that it's a fantastic product, man. And yes, we're selling it, man, because I'm buying your attention, purchasing it, and so it's a deal. We're coming to a covenant. That's one thing I really liked about the Christians in the Testament, the Old Testament. This covenant with God, isn't that an interesting concept? To make a deal with God,
yeah, yeah.
unbelievable. But that's what we're doing here. We're
A
making a deal,
business.
a business. We're doing transcendental business here. We're
Yeah,
making
that's
a
right.
covenant, and then the Lord says, "Well, if you do this, and then you'll get this."
Yeah.
And there was still, it was kind of material, Oh yeah, we'll get a piece of land in the fruitful land and all that. So he's still neophyte. Well, we have a covenant here with Lord Caitanya. And I say, yeah, here, the mouthpiece. I'm just a speaker of this covenant of the Lord. He wants to make a covenant with you, ISKCON devotees, and you, Gaudiya Math and Gaudiya Smriti, or anybody else who will agree to this covenant. You come here and you hear these talks. Make friends with the devotees. See? And he'll give you true happiness forever. He'll liberate you from the cycle of birth and death. No more ignorance, no more illusions. Now, is that a bad deal? And what does my Lord want in return? Just a little bit of your attention over here. Just come here regularly and listen to these classes and get purified. Be challenged, and it'll be challenging. If you identify and believe in even the mode of goodness, that's going to save you, and if you're a good person, God loves you and all that. And you're going to be challenged because I'm going to say God doesn't love you if you don't love what he loves. He loves the transcendental potency. Always did and always will. His devotees love the transcendental potency. They have intimacy with that. See, mode of goodness is still a covering for that love. See, it's covered like clothing over it. That's why you see Krishna took the clothing of the gopis. He stole their clothing. Clothing is the false ego. See, so that he can have intimacy. See, then he showed his body. But his body's transcendental. Well, I mean, they showed their body to the devotees. See, they married the Lord like that. That's how you do it. You got to, and so he took the clothes. If you have a real guru that's going to give you that kind of marriage and relationship with the Lord, they're going to take your clothes. Clothing is the false ego. Clothing is a mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. See? Then you'll have true motivation. True blue motivation, the blue guy. See, Krishna will empower you with transcendental potency, transcendental knowledge, chit and ananda. See, and purify the world. See? That's how you are above the modes. See, the demigods affect all those in karma. Like one devotee said, well, anyway, karma is under the modes, affected by the modes. But if Krishna's transcendental potency is moving through you, see, in this world, so you're affected by the transcendental potency, which is fantastic. It's wonderful. This is life. This is what Jesus said. I have life and I can give it to you abundantly. Are you that kind of guru out there? You got to be, otherwise you're no Jesus. Oh, I would never say I'm like Jesus. I would never assume. Oh, and you're not the real guru, my friends, because you got to be able to make that statement. No, better, you got to be able to not just make the statement. A lot of people may. There's a lot of people imitating Jesus Christ right now. They can't just do it on their own. They can't be like Christ. They got to be Jesus. And people believe the superficial bullshit. I listened to these guys. One guy said, how are you like this? Well, I said, well, let me listen to him. I listened to the guy, superficial, mundane person, and people believe it simply because he had the long hair. See, always the props, the long hair. He wore flowing robes too. Oh, he must be Jesus. Yeah, this is Kali Yuga, man. Welcome to Kali Yuga. Got a lot of fools like that. Oh, he must be guru. He's got a lot of followers in the rubber stamp of the group of the GBC, a bunch of mundane clerks. Yeah, it must be guru, man. What was the point? I forgot.
To be like Jesus.
Oh, it'd be like, yeah, you have to have life. You have to have transcendental life, man. You got to show the world you have it. If you're going to preach transcendental life. Jesus did, Lord Caitanya did, and Gaur Hari Das does too. I have life. My life is the real Lord, the transcendental Lord. He shows me who he is and what he is. And the Vedas confirm it, confirm my experience. And now you're confirming my experience. You're the witnesses. See, so that's the life, man. If you can't give that kind of transcendental life, it's not flowing through you, or you're not a by medium for that. Step aside. Let us give life to the world. Don't be in the way of your even your disciples. That's the probably the first really honest thing you can ever do right now. But who will do it? Let's see. Go ahead.
Unmute first. Yeah. all glories to the devotees of Lord Caitanya, headed by, by Srivasa Thakura, in order to fulfill all my desire. I remember their lotus feet.
See, there's the devotee. All glories to the devotees, headed by Srivasta Thakur. In chapter 1, it talks about the Lord appears. One of his manifestations is as the devotee and as the spiritual master. Not everybody's empowered to be a spiritual master. You have to have that gift. But the Lord gives different gifts. I mean, if you're a person satisfied being a devotee and engaging in whatever he can do, now you know what devotional service is. And you'll be able to understand the position the Lord has given you. And you'll be very happy with that. Because now you have a service given to you, whatever that is. Could be guru, could be just a disciple example. Whatever it is, you'll be happy just being close to Krishna in your service. That's called pure devotional service. Yeah. No material motive in it. It's just so wonderful to do it, to engage in intimate affairs. See, when I know how to get her goat, make her laugh. When I say intimate affairs, yeah, yeah. Hey, Krishna.
Unbelievable. People will think
I know how to
she's
tickle Krishna.
preoccupied.
I know how to tickle Krishna now. All I have to do is say intimate affairs, and Krishna gets tickled. Tickled to life. See, Maya's always tickling you to death. We'll tickle you to life. You start laughing, Then Maya puts a frown on your face because you're dying because you're being tickled by her.
Ah, I also, I also remember the six Goswamis, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana, Bhatta Raghunatha, Sri Jiva, Gopala Bhatta, and Dasa Raghunatha. It's by the mercy of all these Vaishnavas and Gurus that I attempt to write about the pastimes and qualities of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Whether I know it or know not, it is for my self purification that I write this book.
Yeah,
Krishna.
can you read that verse again? The one previous.
The previous of this? Okay.
Yeah,
I
previous.
also, I also remember the six Goswamis. That one?
Yeah.
Rupa, Sanatana, Bhatta Raghunatha, Sri Jiva, Gopala Bhatta, and Dasa Raghunatha.
You see, where is a mundane person in that lineup? This is what people don't know. The devotees are glorifying in these books have always been pure devotees. See, that's when you start glorifying, when you've lost your taste for that which is in the mundane world, and worshiping that. See, then how you lose your taste is you need this knowledge. So you need to go through this process. You need to hear the prayers of the devotees and who they glorify. And then gradually you start to, oh yeah, let me have my consciousness lifted by such devotees. See? And that's how it is. You, if you have a real spiritual master, see, that is very important because your consciousness will be lifted to this level of this kind of worship, and where you won't worship anybody mundane. You won't, if those gurus or any guru in there in ISKCON or Gaudiya Math has the symptoms of being mundane, you won't worship them. Otherwise, you're just in etiquette. Like a lot of devotees have this thing. It's a little bit feigned, but they, they may be sincere sometimes. But still, it's not good enough. You got to be in knowledge, man. Oh yeah, Prabhu. Yes, I worship these devotees. You know, the the masses of devotees accept them. See, so you come here, we'll say, hey, man, the devotees that are worshipable have to manifest the transcendental qualities of liberated souls. When they chant the holy name, you can see they're visibly affected in ecstasy, in bhav, and then prema symptoms, ecstatic devotion, laughing, crying, these kind of things. That's a symptom of the real mercy of Lord Caitanya. If you don't have it, you haven't gotten the real special mercy of Lord Caitanya. You might as well, let's get real. The real mercy of Lord Caitanya is you're just go from fool, you're transformed into a real devotee. You understand, you can speak and hear in terms in the vision of the revealed scriptures. Hey, that's what you get. Hey, and so that's when you follow the process. You come here and you realize, oh, let me just worship liberated souls. Let me not mix bad apples with transcendental apples. And that goes for good apples. Bad apple could be like a teacher in the mode of passion or a guru. Maybe they have ill motives for becoming gurus. I can't say that some don't. They just do. But whether you're a good guru or a good teacher or a good person in this world, still, that is not how you're liberated by praising the good people or good gurus. Oh, he's definitely pure devotee because he follows the rules perfectly and he's so good. So good. He's a good person, never lies. Not good enough. Not good enough. You have to understand and that's how, if you're lucky in some lifetime, you get a bona fide spiritual master. And if you're really lucky, they won't just be throwing the rule book at you. They'll tell you the confidential teachings, like here. Yeah, go ahead.
It's by the mercy of all of all these Vaishnavas and Gurus that I attempt to write about the pastimes and qualities of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Whether I know it or know it not, it is for self-purification that I write this book. I take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sri Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who himself is the tree of transcendental love of Krishna, its gardener, and also the bestower of and enjoyer of its fruits. But Chaitanya thought, my name is Vishwambara, one who maintains the entire universe. Its meaning will be actualized if I can fill the whole universe with love of Godhead.
Read that verse again.
Lord Chaitanya thought, my name is Vishwabhara. One, one who maintains the entire universe. Its meaning will be actualized if I can fill the whole world, the whole universe with love of Godhead.
Yeah, you see how the Lord is he's maintaining the universe in its various forms. Like Vishnu, it gives you air to breathe, right? Nice air. Maintenance, right? Like a bellows, in and out. Sex life, you can go have your little sex, make your little babies, and Brahma, working through Brahma makes the bodies and the trees that you like to hug and all that stuff. You see, and then this incarnation, the Lord Chaitanya comes and says, see, this Lord is transcendental, man. He's not like Vishnu. He's not. I mean, he is and he isn't. Yeah. He's like Brahma. He is and he isn't. And that kind of thing. And so this manifestation, Lord Chaitanya, is amazing. It's different. It's transcendental. And he says a statement like that, which is astounding and beautiful and fantastic. No wonder she's laughing, in ecstasy. It's an amazing statement. And then, yeah, if now I maintain the universe in these various forms, but is it really actual? Is full maintenance? See, full maintenance actualized, not full. No, it's not full. Not full enough for me. See, so the Lord's thinking, hey, man, this ain't quite full. What would make it? Well, let's see. If I can fill this universe with love of Krishna, I will consider this complete maintenance. It's like when you go to a car wash, they have different buttons on there. 1, 2, 3. The one button you get a little bit clean, but not fully, right? Number 2, you get a little more clean. See? And then number 3. Lord Chaitanya's number 3 button, the most expensive wash you get with the wax and wash and the polish. It even does your engine, You get the full treatment. See, full maintenance. See, and so what is that maintenance? The full maintenance, fill the world with love of God. See, that's it, man. See, and it's transcendental. It has symptoms. See, those symptoms are here again. Look, I wish I could fill the whole universe with love of God, but let's see, right now we got like what, 10, 20, 30 people? I mean, I think we got a good, we got 19 people watching. I think everybody's in the car wash now. They will just be hitting the buttons, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Give everybody full service treatment here, Love of Krishna. Oh man, man. How would you like to be maintained by love of Krishna? That's my maintenance. Don't throw any rules at me. I'll throw them back at you. Boomerang, man. Throw the rules over here. Go, yes, you follow these rules. Right back there at you, man. No, hey, man. I'm maintained by love of Krishna. I know that. I love that. I'm here to preach it, man. You want that kind of maintenance out there? Man, does it give me scholarship, man? I can speak about things nobody can speak. I can delve deep into the everything simply because I have love of Krishna, maintenance. See? If you don't have love of Krishna maintenance, you're not fully maintained. And that's why most Vaishnava, the big sanghas out there, you don't have full maintenance program yet. But we do. Anybody interested? We reach out into your sanghas, Narayan Raj sanghas, Gaudiya Mas sanghas, ISKCON sangha. Anybody out want the full maintenance program? It's all here. Yes, love of Krishna. We demonstrate, we show it, we manifest it, we glorify it, man. And it comes into you. We push it right inside. We push our Lord Chaitanya, Radha and Krishna combined in you. So you can have full maintenance, full washing. Yeah, you don't get washed into really fully washed until you have love of Krishna. Then you start to know what cleansing is and being cleansed and what real purification is. You can be I'll just quote what Lord Chaitanya quoted in Chaitanya Charitamrita. You could be a perfect Brahmin man following all the rules and all the fasts and everything. But if you don't have the full maintenance of love of Krishna, that Lord Chaitanya brought, you can't even purify yourself or anybody else. Hey man, that's the Shastras. So that hopefully that'll humble some of you so-called, purifiers out there that are nice and good and do all the good things. You're not even purifying yourself or anybody else yet. You're still in number 2 wash. Come here to number 3 button. We'll push the number 3 and give you the full thing, full cleansing. The love of Krishna is the most exalted, amazing thing, and it's being ta ta da announced again, served on the platter again. It's part of the feast here, love of Krishna. Otherwise, you're just going to be superficial, unattractive Vaishnavas. Not quite a Vaishnava yet. You want to be a real Vaishnava? Get love of Krishna. You're able to become a real Vaishnava here with real devotion here. There's no excuse for anybody not to be. You just come here and you hear and you associate with liberated souls right before your eyes. Da da da! You got liberated souls like Lalita and Johans and Yanakis and Govindas and Rivers and on and Amy's and Freddy's and who else we leave? And Evo. Don't think because he may have a little this or that. Doesn't matter to my Lord. He's going back. Don't worry about his little problems here. They use, they always problems here. Probably gave him a couple of shots or something. Don't worry about it, Evo. We got your back, man. My Lord's got your back. I got your back here.
He chants in ecstasy, Ivo.
I know. That's it, man. There you go. He has the symptoms. He has faith in Guru. You know, that's all you need, Evo. Hold on to that, man, and you're free and clear into the spiritual world. Evo, Evo, Evo. Hey, my Lord, he's very merciful. Anybody comes here and listens and takes what we do seriously, oh, you'll get so many benedictions and benefits beyond what you can ever imagine. Yeah. So come do the 30-day challenge and you'll see, oh, you'll do, if you're really sincere, you really want Krishna, he'll show you things, manifest stuff. And then you'll do another 30 days, just naturally, you just want to. Yeah. Go ahead, Lolita. That was a good, I love that statement, man. Fill the world with love. That's what it's all about, filling the world with love of Krishna. Hey man, it's time. If your guru's not doing that and you want that, do you want love of Krishna? Or you as a guru, do you want love of Krishna? Well, it's available. Ding-a-ling. Otherwise, you're going to be a ding-a-ling. Come, do you hear the ding-a-ling? The food is on, or are you still a ding-a-ling? Ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling. Not much in there yet. This is good for everybody. Hey, follower, guru, doesn't matter. My Lord, he'll deliver everybody. The usually the guru is more hard because they got bigger false ego. They wrapped the guru, their worshippers wrapped them and cased them. Oh, Guru Dave, you're so fantastic. Oh, you're so great. Yeah. What's so great about you guys? Oh, we don't know. We just say the words. We sing the songs and say the words. We don't understand what the words. We're little parrots, cultivating your false ego, making you consider yourselves great persons who can deliver us, even though you can't. But what can we do? We're just parrots. Yeah. Well, you just have to go over to this Lord Chaitanya's amazing grace place. and then we'll unwrap the package. Go ahead, Lolita.
Thinking in this way, he accepted the duty of a planter.
See, you can't think in that way unless you got real love of Krishna, man. That's the way I'm thinking, man. I'm thinking, man, if we can fill people with love of Krishna, everything will be aced. You know, their lives will be perfect. Look at this. This easy job for me now. You guys, so many people get love of Krishna, and Krishna's taking care of you now. You know, I like that. I don't have to be bothered so much. Look, yeah, Krishna's taking care of Lalita so nicely. You know, she's happy. What is a nice smile on her face? She's not.
Thank you, Guru
You're
Maharaj.
so Lalita. You are so amazing.
It's like where is he now? Where is he now? Oh yeah. Here, Eman. Super preaching, producing super disciples. It was
Blessed are the pure in heart; they shall see God. It's so true. See, she sees God. That's a pure heart. You get, come on, world, wake the hell up, man. You're looking at a pure heart. This melts the Lord's heart. It melts my heart. You know, to hear the pure preaching, the pure glorification that comes from a purified heart. It's so amazing. Thank you, Lolita, for being my friend. You know, really. This is.
thank you.
I can't believe I get such association. And all the devotees like that, you guys know who you are. I don't have to say. Anybody can relate to that, and likes that or even wants to aspire for that. It's all here. The devotees here like this. There's no other way to attain this but by the association of such fantastic devotees who laugh and cry in ecstasy because of their purified hearts. That's how it is. That's why you see even Uddhava, who was already a Rasic devotee, had to go to Vrindavan to get even the kind of worship that they do there, the more intimate variety. And he was pretty intimate. And look, the Lord Chaitanya is giving that so easily to people that are not unqualified, like Uddhava. The Lord didn't give Vrindavan just even to people immature. I'm telling you, you guys out there, you people of this world, you don't have any idea the opportunity you got. I'm going to call your attention to it again and again. The people in Mathura and Dwarka could not go to Vrindavan, could not go.
Yes.
Only special persons like Akura, who was a Rasic, ecstatic devotee, and Uddhava was sent by Krishna, allowed to go in there. And by going in there, they automatically start to want and desire and covet and get the moods of the devotees there. You're getting that opportunity now because of the mercy of Lord Chaitanya's descent, who his desire, I'll tell you just what he said, it's right in there. He said, in that love of God he's talking about is Vrindavan love of God. Fill the universe, saints, sinners, sages, dacoits, whoever will come and get it. And here's the ding-a-ling. See, here's the Gorhari ringing the bell. Prasadam.
The dust bell.
Come on, Devananda. What's this? Kamalakanta. Ding-a-ling.
Good.
Good. He comes, he listens, he watches. It's great. See, he comes from Prasad. Whether he knows or knows not, doesn't matter. He's coming for Prasad, right? Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Ah, I think he is this way. He accepted the duty of a planter, and he began to grow a garden.
Do we have a garden here or what? You
Yeah,
see?
yeah,
You
yeah.
see why it has to be planted again. It's not a garden of
Exactly.
bunch of vitey stuff and ceremonies and rules. It's a garden of love of Krishna.
Yeah.
Isn't that our thing? The duty of a planter. See?
Devotees, we
We're
devotees.
sowing our oats, man. Transcendental oats. We're making babies here, right? Making children. See, you must become as a little child to enter the kingdom of God, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. See, we're making babies. We're baby maker, baby factory here. Isn't that amazing? You see, I'm not interested in these other kind of babies. Too much troubles, man. They have these babies. My God, they got 20 years indentured to a baby.
Too much shit.
A lot of shit, man. No shit, lots of shit. Yeah. So yeah, but here this is a spiritual baby. You know, they make spiritual babies. It's a much
Oh,
higher
yeah.
grade, much higher happiness. It's a relief for everybody.
It's one who squeeze your heart.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Not in the lower areas, but
yeah, yeah. And the higher, see, squeeze that, and then Krishna pops out. See that little toy? You squeeze it, and this face comes up. That's Krishna's that. He's this little squeezy thing. You squeeze him in the heart, and he comes up out of like Jack in the Box. Phew, there he is. Oh, you get to look at him a little bit. Amy, this is a garden, but not the secret garden. It's forever growing and expanding. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, because it's beautiful and it is growing,
yeah.
and it gets more beautiful for us, and we share that with the world. But people, we got what 19 people steady. I mean, this has not always been like this. Remember, this, yeah, and yeah. So we're growing a garden here, and people see it more and more as beautiful. But you got to go through the process. Don't think you're going to come here and not be challenged. Yeah. It's not. This is not for babies. You want babies? Just let them just throw a bunch of rules at you, and you just follow rules superficially, and you stay superficial with your worship. Here, you get real depth, man. You expunge your record. See, your record is your conditioning.
Transformation.
This is like the police station and the court. The guru is he's the advocate. He's the lawyer. He's pleading your case before the judge and convincing the judge to give you mercy and the jury mercy. See, they're pleading your case here. That's what we're doing every day. We're going to court and pleading before the Lord. Lord, come on, man. This is what we're doing. And after a while, the judge relents and says, okay, free bird, free them. See? So, but if you don't come to this court and have the lawyer plead your case, that's the in between. That's how it works. Always work like that. That's why they look at Jesus as the in between themselves and God. But there's some details that they don't know. You got to be a living like Jesus, not an imitator, but like Jesus. You have to be an in between where people come to you and get to God. You have to have the ability and the empowerment to put people through the process to awaken their ecstatic devotion. See, we're giving the process. See, the progressive path is here and not there. They don't, you got to prove, are you on the progressive path? The same rules that Prabhupada introduced, same rules they're following or trying to follow or gave up following. See, is this a progressive path in Krishna consciousness? You're darn tootin' it is. My God, I think love of Krishna is the greatest progress in the world. How can you get any better progress than that? Where people are getting love of God so easily, so quickly. Go ahead, Lalita. I forgot what I was talking about. It's funny. I was just, boop.
The garden of Navadvip. Are we creating here a garden?
Yeah, yeah, the garden, the garden. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all. This is the garden, and it has to be recreated. Otherwise, love of God won't be preached. You have to do what Lord Caitanya did. He showed the process. He showed the way. He had to take the duty of a planter. See, I've taken the duty of a planter. I have to. If you don't do this, there would be no. You would not have love. You would not have love of Krishna here, Lalita, and Johans, and all of that. You wouldn't have this. Had to take the duty of the planter. See, and it's been authorized and ordered by Prabhupada and Krishna. So, you know, that's why we what we do works. We have their blessings.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Lily.
yeah. Thus, the Lord, He brought the desire tree of devotional service to this earth, and He
Say
became the
desire
bride.
tree. What does this mean? You know, people brought the desire. Nobody ever knows. Nobody even asks. Well, they just read the verses. Desire tree of devotion. You know, you
Yeah.
only know when you found the desire. You got the desire tree, man. I got a tree, man. I go to and I get fruit every day. My desires are fulfilled completely.
He planted it.
Implanted, yeah. You know, the tree is there. I eat the fruit every day. See, so yeah, and what was it? Say that statement again. It went out of my
I
mind. What
read
is
it
it?
again. Thus the Lord brought the desire tree.
Ah, the desire. It fulfills all desires. That's why Dhruva Maharaj in that pastime. Dhruva Maharaj did austerities because he wanted Krishna and he did the right way. He got the mantra from a real bona fide guru, Narada Muni. He started to engage in devotional service, but with a motive. His motive is he wanted a big kingdom from Krishna. But as soon as Krishna appeared, the desire tree of love of Krishna was fulfilled. He realized, oh man, you're the tree I've been looking for. You're the opulence I've been looking for. You're the wealth I've been looking for. That's how it is, man. Brought the desire tree. I'm bringing the desire tree again by the order of Lord Chaitanya and Krishna and Prabhupada. Who can say that? But more than some people can say it, but who can say it and do it? Now that's doing it, right? Saying it, glorifying it, and doing it, declaring it and doing it. Didn't Lord Chaitanya said he's thinking, well, if I can fill the world with love of Krishna, then that's true maintenance.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, if I'm a devotee of Lord, if I can do some filling also, being a dentist that I am, fill some teeth that have a lot of holes in them with golden fillings, so they can enunciate the glories of the Lord. Nice, shiny, golden teeth.
Mm.
Yeah, isn't it amazing? Huh? This is amazing. This is it. This is the real deal, man. Watch out, you Maya, you deceiver. We're after battle, man. I'm doing battle now, man. She's throwing all deceptions over here and lies and cheatings and all of this and bogus stuff and all that. And we're counteracting with weapons of this truth, that truth, this truth, that truth. What do you think's going to win? They got all these misconceptions. Oh yeah, I can worship a guru as not a resident of Vrindavan, even though it says in the books not to do that. And then Gorhari says, no, the books say not to do that. Don't do it. Right in your face. You notice I get right up to the camera, man. Right in your face. Don't do it. The book says don't, you don't. I say, the book says I say. The book Bhagavad and the devotee Bhagavad say the same thing, but the ones who are not so qualified, who are still caught by Putana, and trying to, they're not the real resident Vrindavan, and they allude to being so. Oh yeah, I won't say I'm the real guru, I'm the real, Srila or anything, but go ahead, worship me. Yeah, yeah, just touch my feet, man. They're hankering for that touch. Ooh, please. Let me kind of, I'll just make them like, look like I'm not really showing them, but they're excited to be touched and massaged. And, oh yes, and especially my false ID is, it's not really real what I'm doing, but let's make it appear real. Yeah, that's what you got going, man. And what was the point again? Got on a tangent as usual.
Ah, this tree, this garden, fulfilling the universe with love of God.
Yeah, 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 yeah. See, proof is in stake. Have you staked your claim? See, Lord Chaitanya staked the claim on the universe. And stake. Okay, love of God is going to be reign supreme. That's the new world order that's coming. You think it's what these demons, these little upstarts, are doing? Who are
Mm.
they? They're just the little authoritarians.
Temporary, yeah.
Yeah, these authoritarians. They, they're just being used by Maya and ultimately by Krishna to get the real new world. The new world order is beautiful for everybody, demons, demigods, everything will be just grow, and you won't need this. Your heart will be pure. You won't be a fruitive worker. Fruitive worker is, hey man, I come here to the earth to make money. That's this place here is for fruitive workers. Did you know that? That's what the Vedas even say. If you come here to work on the chain gang, man, build skyscrapers, as Prabhupada would call them. Build skyscrapers and big boats and big things so people can go and have a great time, just superficial time, and have, all these stuff that Maya provides them. See, this is a fruitive place, but why do we need fruitive work here? We can engage in hearing and chanting the glories of the Lord, which has the fruit of love of Krishna, the highest happiness. That's the new world order. Ta-da!
And then everything is fulfilled.
Everything is fulfilled, man. The Lord was thinking, what do you guys need money for and all that stuff? Just preach the glories of the Lord and I'll take care of everything. That's the shift. That's the new world order. Everybody is actually engaged in this kind of work, and whether they know or know not, or know a little bit of the piece. Some people are, they have a piece of the puzzle. They see, to an extent, but this is the full vision. The new world ordered under where, like, this is the fulfillment of the prayer of, or the prophecy of Isaiah. He said there'll be a time when everybody will know God. Knowing God means knowing God, who and what He is, and relating to Him, and it's, deepening that relationship forever, and feeling really happy about it, transcendentally happy. Yeah, this is the prophecy. This is the new world order. See, how is it? See, new world order, right? How is it being ordered? So the authoritarians, right, the globalists, what do they want? They want an authoritarian regime. I was watching the what do you call this Truman Show yesterday because I wanted some preaching material, and it was fascinating. I could use this and I could use this, but I'll share this one thing that I hopefully remember now is. They show all this stuff, and they show it on the thing. And so anyway, Truman is in this town. And so anyway, the guy that's the architect, who's shaping Truman's life, shaping the narrative that shapes Truman's life. That's the world. See? And so the guy is like this, he's a creator. He's just like Carl Schwab. Just how Carl Schwab says exactly the same thing. He says, I'm like an artist. And this guy, you can look in the Truman Show. Everybody, why not watch it? You know, you'll see this guy is an art like an artist, and he's a producer producing a show. See, and people are really getting into it. The whole world is watching, you know, and he's producing this artistic show and everything. And Carl Schwab says the same thing. Exactly. The Carl Schwab and this guy in the movie's the same. No difference. I heard Carl Schwab. He was saying, "Yeah, we're going to make it. I feel like I'm an artist, and I'm going to shape the world like the way I in my vision, like this." And this guy in the movie was talking about the same thing. The movie was made by the Rothschilds. I heard was funded by them. It's interesting, huh? So anyway, he says he's getting interviewed and in the movie, and the guy said, "Yeah, you know." And one lady gets up. She's the one who kind of infiltrated the Truman Show and was trying to wake Truman up. You know, and they keep trying to take her away. And anybody else that goes in the movie, they don't want anybody. They want to censor everything, so the narrative is there. You know, and so anyway, she gets on the phone on the interview and says, "You rascal, man! You're trying to take over the Truman's life and everything, and shape it the way you want it, and all this ain't right. You're a rascal and everything." And then he says, "What do you mean?" He says, "Actually, this is how the globalists think. I'm telling you, it's really true." "What do you mean?" "Actually, the world is sick." See, the Matrix, these suits said the same thing. The AI, the world is sick and it disgusts us. He says, "This is the world is disgusting the way it is. What is wrong? This is the way the world should be." Like this whole narrative. This is the way they're doing with the world. Is the Truman Show. The whole world is like the Truman person. They're in the everybody is in on it. That these globalists, and they're all listening in to their narrative. They know what it is, and they're transmitting a narrative, shaping everything by that narrative. This is how Maya works. See, so people are in the Maya listening to the narrative, and it's shaping their lives. So he's shaping it literally, and so the guy was asked, "How many cameras are there in where the show is going on?" "Oh, at least 5,000." You notice the cameras are very important in this. So you need to watch everything and have AI keep everything and keep shaping the narrative according to what these authoritarians want to manifest here. See? So they think that this is the way it should be. People should be controlled. They should be controlled by the authoritarian regime. That you shouldn't think for yourself. That you should just follow the narrative that they feed you. See, the news feed. The whole world is like that. What do you think they call people sheeple? They can't think for themselves. They just listen to the narrative. They go and I joined a cult once like this when it was in between Krishna consciousness. You know, uh, so anyway, I joined a cult like this. We would go to the computer every day and hear the narrative fed to us. The whole community. We would go to the community and the computer, and the narrative was shaped by this globalist of the community. He had his ideas and what everything should be and how it should be done and how we should act and everything. And we would go right to the computer and listen to the message. And it was one message for everybody. We all had to act that way and do what he said in the way and that was our life. That's what the globalists want. They want to put one narrative, whatever the message they design. See, they shape. And when I say they, this is Maya doing it. See, we're here to free you from that, okay? So whatever narrative they shape, and it's all speculations and all materially motivated, and it stinks, man. It's never good. It's limiting. It makes you dumb and dumber and stupid and foolish. It hides the true nature of the soul. Everything makes you a robot. Okay, that's what Maya's doing now. See? Because you're taking her narrative on in the world. You listen to mainstream, they're shaping you, man, programming you. What's different here? There's a difference. There's something going on here like that too. See? You're also being shaped. But what are you being shaped? What is the narrative? Is it some speculation in my mind or some pipe dream that I want to have fulfilled? Is it kind of control you, manipulate you, and make you drones and robots? See? I'm giving you the narrative of the Vedas, man. The empowerment of Lord Chaitanya's teaching and the name to free you from illusion. So this is freedom here. It's not like, so you're also getting a program, but what is the program? Man, the program is God's program. His program is to liberate his sons and daughters and children in the world, make them more free, more happy, more intelligent. And so the first fruits have to be here to do that. You want the real guru, it has to be like that. Are they a first fruit, man? Are they got a divine intelligence, a divine empowerment, a divine feelings, man, ecstatic feelings? See, and an ecstatic, freeing message that frees you and doesn't put a mask over your friggin' face. Or take poison. Hear the narrative taking poison in your arm. I was hear that all the time. These guys, they come Facebook. They call it fake book because it is. It's completely fake. It's like the Truman Show, completely fake. All these people were living double lives. They were so hypocritical. The best friend of Truman was such a friggin' hypocrite. In the end, he started to. He said, "My God, I'm such a fucking hypocrite, man." He was being friends with Truman, but wasn't his real friend. He was keeping the narrative going. That's your politicians, man. That's your so-called friends. They're all the ones that are listening to the narratives. They're all locked into this, and they're all hypocrites. They can't help it, man. They're just hypocritical. They just programmed, and they pass that programming on to you. See, the Truman Show. This is all the Truman Show, man. See? And everybody is becoming part of that. Not everybody, they'll now if you come here, you wake up. You're here. You're even in religion, in ISKCON, in all of these things. There's a kind of a Truman Show going on there. They're shaping the narrative, but they ideally should be shaping it according to the vision of the Vedas, but they haven't got the full mercy yet. They can't. They speculate. They got material motive. It's still religion. It's materially motivated religion. They're trying to get your attention and your service so that they can get money off of you or get worship off of you, get name and fame that they don't deserve. They want that, but they're not deserving. By hook or crook, they usually became gurus, or by speculating what a guru is. See, so they're shaping your understanding in a more limited way. Therefore, you can't come here. Many devotees can't come here. Why? Because they've been contaminated. They've been shaped into something that is against the truth. What is the fault here? I'm just telling you what the real standard is on the basis of the narration of the book, which is glorious. Oh, let me have that narration. It's unmotivated. It's so that people's hearts can awaken to God in their heart. Oh yeah, let that narration shape me, the Vedas, the Vedic conclusion. You know? Otherwise, you're going to be shaped by the Lord's Maya out there of motivated persons who are not purified in heart. So this is an opportunity, to get out of the Truman Show. See, Truman woke up just like people here. They woke up. Yes, I see the game people are playing. I see how they're programming everybody. The Lord shows me. I'm out of the Truman Show. And people come here, you'll get out of the Truman Show also. Being shaped by politicians. You can see their motives a mile away. You can see why they say what they do. They all have ulterior motives for everything they do. And you can see it. Why? Because your heart is purified by real bhakti. And you can help even those people. Hey, you guys, you materially motivated Truman Show, facilitators, both are polluted. The ones in the show, they're controlled and everything, and those who are shaping people and limiting them. You're creating karma for yourself, and you're miserable, and you never be satisfied. See, we're bringing the desire tree of pure devotional service. The desire, all your desire, Mister Biden's and Mister Bill Gates and Fauci's, all your desire for money and control will be fulfilled in loving Krishna. And any of your followers who take this message, those desires, you're worshiping egomaniacs. They never satisfy. They hear you. We worship the transcendental Lord, and all our desires are fulfilled and purified. And the Lord gives us real knowledge of what's what in this world. Amazing, even practically. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say falsely, oh, I'm not going to programming you. Of course you're getting program. You got to have some program, man. See, you got to have program that makes you intelligent or stupid. Right, we got a computer. It is like a computer, man. The body, the mind, the brain is like a computer. It works as good as what it is programmed into it. If it's programmed truth, the ultimate truth, man, is it going to hum? It's going to be a real apple, and not the apple that took a bite out of it. The apple, the computer, which is Satan. Actually, it's a symbol of Satan. Actually, they're just, Satan's just laughing at people. He shows you this Apple computer is the worst thing to get, man. That's why all these young techies, they're all controlled with the long hair and everything. I went to Flagstaff where all these new age people and everything, and they are all Democrat, man. They're all controlled by the narrative. Practically everybody all got there. You're going to see a big empty town there soon. It's amazing. That Justin Bieber. You see his face now. He's a young guy, right? Millions of dollars and everything. And they say, oh, he just all of a sudden, and since this is what 2022, right? Just like 1 or 2 years after that, and nobody's putting it together. Like he's walking, he's a young guy. Where do you see? He got this neurological disease, and they said, well, it just maybe had predisposition. Who knows? And they never mentioned that. Why would a guy have? And that's one of the severe side effects of that thing is neurological problems. Even what's his name? These actors, see, they all got that. They all promoted. That's their karma. There's another guy. What's his the guy that did the Die Hard, whatever. What's his name? Die Hard. I think you're muted there.
Amy knows all of them. I never had a television, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah. That's good.
I even never had a television, so.
Yeah, you're lucky. Yeah, it tells you a vision. Isn't it amazing? Everything is coming out to light. I never thought about these things. The Lord is showing me all this stuff. Television, they're telling you a vision. Yeah, and the vision is limiting. You see, that's how you know. The vision, it limits you more, makes you more afraid. So is that a good vision to be told? Well, look at the vision. I'm also telling you a vision. I'm telling you a vision that comes from the Vedas. But look at the result, with different result. You become empowered. You found happiness. cry,
Krishna's
you laugh. You found, you found new life. You become reborn. You become all these fantastic things. You find real treasure, real enlightenment, no more birth and death from this being told this vision. So why wouldn't the whole world, why wouldn't all of ISKCON come here and get a vision that frees you like this to this extent? You can abandon all varieties of religious, materially motivated religion and gurus and all that stuff because you're getting told a vision here of freedom, and it actualizes that freedom in you.
absolutely
You
Krishna's
experience
vision.
it. Yeah.
It's completely Radha Krishna's vision.
Yeah. So why be told a vision by these limited people? Why not be told a vision of the Vedas as they are? Why did Prabhupada write Bhagavad Gita as it is? Because he knew if people would get this vision, they would become more free in the truth. That's the secret, man. Being in the vision of the Vedas and the confidential devotional scriptures, especially taught by these Goswamis and Prabhupada's books and stuff. Yeah, I mean, this is amazing with the work we're doing. It's just it gives you real peace in the heart. I just love every day come and talk about, the absolute truth, Krishna, everything fulfilled. The only unfulfillment I feel is when it stops. Then it's like, oh, and then I got to wait for the next session, do prescribed duties and stuff. Yeah. Shoot bhakti. Yeah. Shoot up in my ear, It's good saying. Okay, we're going to leave it like this. I got to move around a little bit. My body's been a little bit, my lower back has been having hard to move, right? Okay, so thank you everybody for coming. It's been fun,
It
huh?
was very fun, like always. Ah, Guru Maharaj giving us the vision, the endless vision of Krishna with no end, always expanding, every day new and fresh. What a lives are you giving us? This is just
Yeah,
beautiful.
when our relationship expands internally with the Lord, then it comes out also, see, to benefit others. That's the prasadam. That's the remnants that come, from this, all from the relationship we have with the Lord, and this feeds us. It feeds the world. It's important. There's no other way really to make fast progress. Okay. Oh wait. Give us, you guys, give us a word. I think you're muted.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Whoa, I was listening feeling very excited. Whoa, this was so, and I was thinking of these words. You said you would meditate on the words living force and um, character and immortal, and um, oh, this is just too much what I'm feeling. I have yesterday I was just on my bike and just chanting, and I was out of this world, and it's just continuing now. This quality, these transcendental qualities, they just overtake all the obstacles, like you said. This maintenance coming from Krishna Chaitanya, it just shapes everything, makes everything transparent, makes everything clear, and puts everything in the right order, in the right place. It becomes so um, yes, this whole thing, this whole world is transforming right now by these words coming from you.
Yeah, I mean, this is great. You know, see, this is you showing the path by your example. You come and you listen very attentively. See, and you see everything comes from that, and then your whole quality of experience is changing, and then you'll also start speaking just naturally. All kinds of you become like the devotees in the spiritual world here, because this is the entrance. See, Narada Muni followed the same process. He heard from the sages. He was engaged as a maidservant, right? Him and his mother, and so he listened to the talks, and he got very interested in what they were speaking about, and the modes of nature just dissipated of influencing him, and then he became attracted to the holy name and also to the words sadhu sangha, and then he that's how he attained the spiritual world. You know, he actually just by that kind of contact. Okay, Lalita, give us a word.
Guru Maharaj, you can keep on repeating as long as you want to. It's always fresh. It's always juicy. Your classes are amazing. It's so attractive. It's just it's just fantastic to follow you.
Okay, we'll talk about Guru Tattva again tomorrow.
That's my favorite. You know that?
Yeah. Yeah, well,
It's
you
the,
know, it shows that, you know, it's the most important thing for the
it
world,
is
you
the
know, to
most
find the
important.
real guru. Otherwise, you know, you can't really go anywhere, you know. You need the real Shiksha Guru. I don't care who you're initiated by. Ultimately, you have to meet a real Shiksha Guru and complete the process. A real Shiksha Guru in our line now is the one who can put you through the necessary purification to have this love of God, this attraction for the Lord's name, pain, pastimes, qualities awaken in you. See, then you're home free. I mean, you know, then you just cultivate. You know, just keep watering this, watering, watering, watering. That's it.
Yeah, Balaram always asks me, "Did you enjoy your video when I went live?" I said, "Yes." Did you did you smash the videos again? I said,
Yeah.
and did you talk about Guru Tattva again? I said, yes, it's my favorite. I can't help it. It's just, it is indeed, it is the most important thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're thinking, even him, you know, thinking, boy, he smashed the IDs. Why
I
can't
don't
he
care.
be a servant? You know, why do you got to smash the gurus?
No,
Uh, well, we got
I
to
invite
smash
them.
illusions. We got to smash I mean, this is the goal of a real acharya and spiritual master, is to smash illusions. Smash illusions by teaching people what the real door is, and the real path is the real resident Vrindavan, man. If you don't get that, you worshiping your gurus and going through all the motions, that you're just idolatry. You know, you idled away your time for 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, and you die unenlightened. You got to hear the truth at some point. So I'm speaking on behalf of those persons. I'm speaking on behalf of the persons looking for the truth and those who are not looking through the truth. Let them also hear. I mean, it may bounce off them or what, but at least they heard something.
It was the preaching of Jesus as well.
Yeah, yeah. He
It's
warned
all
his
about.
yeah, he warned his disciples. He said, "Hey, man, I'm warning you that because you're part of the family now, or you will be when this get the spirit, people will sometimes spit on you, or spit on your message, and some people will love you and follow you." He's always like that. So yeah, when they did that to Krishna, the Lord Caitanya, and they do it here. Yeah. Okay, so I'll see you guys later. I gotta move around, I think, a little bit. Okay, Haribo.